Hi guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and today I have a little bit of an unboxing video, and surprisingly, I decided to head out to a Walmart just by a random chance if I was going to pick this up, but I managed to get my hands on the last copy of this bag button attachment for the PS4 controller. I mean, it was like a total guess. I mean, I was really expecting them not to have it, honestly, but I needed to do some shopping anyway. But I just took a chance at the electronics, and surprisingly, they had this behind one of the cases. So surprisingly, it was tucked in a corner next to one of the controllers. So, but anyway, uh, yes. So the back button attachment, and I don't even know if officially it's even out yet because some places say it's out. It was out on the 23rd. Some places say it's out on the 27th. So I'm not really 100% sure on that. I mean, the thing is, when I got this, it was only $25 instead of the usual 30 from what they said. And well, I mean, I've been wanting to try this out for quite a quite a while, really. Yeah. So the whole back button attachment is it's supposed to add two programmable buttons on the back of the controller of a regular DualShock 4 controller. Kind of almost in a way taking the turn into like pro-based controllers like the Vantage or the Scuff, whatever. Um, Granted, I never really got into pro controllers before, mainly because of there's usually like a huge learning curve that you have to overcome, and it takes time to really train your train your mind to like mentally press the buttons down. But it's just something you had to keep practicing over and over, I guess. But also the other thing is the usually the cost. Typically, they usually run from like 150 to $200. That's pretty expensive for just one controller. I mean, it may be pro based, but I mean, I just never found the real reason to really try to go out and spend that much money just for a single controller that I may or may not even like to begin with. So I never really bother with it. But with this seems like it's a good alternative anyway. And considering the fact that you can technically use this for any controller, you could potentially swap it out, put on different types of controllers that you well, regular controllers that you have. That's one good thing. And also consider the fact that I mean it was pretty cheap to begin with, not bad at all. Um, Although I kind of think that the whole reason why this is now being released, considering we're almost near the end of the PS4's life cycle, my opinion anyway, uh, is that if possible rumor that the PS5's or the DualShock 5, whatever they're going to call it, may have back buttons built into the controller, or they may have like a model that has back buttons built into the controller itself. So there's a possibility that they might be introducing pro-based controllers right off the bat from with the launch of the PS5. I mean, that's just rumor, so I have no idea if that's really set in stone or not. But let's jump right into this. Okay, so I had to switch to my cell phone cam, so I don't know about the quality or anything, but yeah, so here we have that. You're talking about two programmable buttons, OLED screens, screen button itself, stereo headphone headset jack. So the good thing is you can still use your any pair of headphones that you have. All right, so first thing we have important read first. Let's see. Turn off controller before attaching the product to your DualShock 4 controller. Okay. Use this product only with the DualShock 4 wireless controller. Connecting to your controller, hold the back button attachment with your thumb behind the stereo headset plug. Okay. And then with the attachment stereo plug and controller stereo headset jack aligned, firmly push the attachment toward the controller to insert. And saying don't push sideways or from top or bottom of the attachment. Alright, so just making sure it's completely aligned. Okay. And, well, of course, then you have some actual instruction manual, which, pretty long-winded, actually. Okay, telling you about the button, yada yada. Mostly just safety guides. Okay. Trying to figure this out on my own anyway. Alright, so what we have. is, well, this thing's actually pretty light. I thought it was going to be kind of, I thought it was going to be kind of a little bit on the heavy side, but all right. Yeah, so they do. Yeah, so they kind of click on the sides. Yeah, so it's no, it doesn't work if you try to press it head on. Like, it only works on the side. So I mean, I guess it kind of works. I mean, in a good way, how you place your fingers on the controller itself. So yeah, that's nice. All right, and apparently this thing kind of. So this thing kind of positions. It's kind of weird. All right. Okay, so to give this a shot. So this has to line up this way, like this. All right, hopefully I'm not gonna press the controller when I do this, but all right, so yeah, it's kind of really hard to see this, to be honest. Just trying to align this. Try not to hit the button if I can, but it's kind of weird to align this in the right spot. All right. So I mean, basically trying to push it straight. So I'm not trying to straight up or straight down. Just pushing it straight forward. All right. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get it on there actually, because I don't want to try to break this thing, but at the same time. I'm trying to make sure it is aligned. Ooh, yeah, it's kind of tricky. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, at least that's kind of what I've heard from earlier reviewers anyway. It's just tough trying to get this on right. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm gonna break it, honestly. All right. Well, yeah, no doubt about it. It is tough. Yeah, I mean, it just pretty much says just make sure it's aligned. Yeah, to make sure it's. Yeah, so holding it this way, make sure it's aligned. Push firmly toward the controller. Don't push sideways or from top or bottom. Okay, there we go. Okay, took some time. Okay. All right, so yeah, I guess normally, yeah, I mean, it kind of was a little bit on the somewhat obtrusive and a little bit on the bulky side, a little bit. And honestly, I guess weight-wise, it doesn't really feel that much heavier, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah, I mean, I guess normally, I guess normally just kind of pressing in the buttons naturally. I mean, it kind of fits perfectly, you know, on the curves of the controller itself. Right, so it says I have to turn on the controller for this to work. Let's see. Now, granted, it's gonna probably start my it's gonna start my PS4, of course. Okay, so yeah, this is strange. Having this old style screen, really. But I mean, it does act as a display itself, so it's nice. You have up to 3 different profiles if you want. Alright, so I guess programming it, hold down the button, and at this point, I guess it can switch between any type of controls. I think they said you can program every control with the exception to the touchpad and the share button. But yeah, I mean that's actually not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go for options. I mean, you can even choose not to even have a button if you want. I don't know. I guess let's just say if I wanted to do Call of Duty and if I wanted to map out the I don't know, the reload and crouch, I guess. Yeah, so I mean I could probably, yeah, gotta have to cycle through this unfortunately. Yeah, so I guess I can probably make this square, make this circle. And I mean that should be it. Yeah, so every time I hit the buttons in the back, it should in hindsight work as actually pressing the same buttons on the front or whatever button you really configure it to. Granted, I had to actually test it out by going into a game, but for the most part, I mean, it actually kind of feels pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it does feel pretty nice. I do like that. All right, but yeah. And of course, you got the headphone jack on the bottom, so yeah, you can still plug in headphones. But overall, though, I mean, like the weight and the feel of it actually feels pretty nice. You know, not I mean, it's gonna take some time to get used to. I mean, because I like I said, I've never gotten into pro-based controllers, and I've never really used any paddles or any back buttons before. So, I mean, I've tried like the Xbox One Elite controller a little bit, but yeah, but I kind of found out a little bit too on the advanced side for me. So I mean, this could be a good introduction. And again, considering the PS5 is going to be out pretty soon, this could also be getting players ready for a possibility of having back buttons on their standard controllers. So I mean, that is yeah, I mean that is something. I mean, granted, I kind of wish this was in a different color besides black. I mean, granted, I guess you could technically paint it yourself if you really wanted to. I just kind of feel like maybe if they add something here, maybe like a PlayStation button or maybe some other screen or some kind of indicator, and that would be nice because this just feels like an empty space. I mean, luckily it doesn't really get in the way, no, but kind of feel like there should be something here. But other than that, though, it actually feels pretty nice. All right, so again, I had to try out some games to see how it goes, but at least from initial impression, it's actually not looking too bad. All right. All right, so there you have it. Like I said, I found it. I kind of got lucky. I found it at a Walmart for $25, but I mean, I think at this point, it should mostly be out, or I guess you could technically still pre-order one for $30. But I mean, considering for a pretty cheap price for like a simple alternative for pro-based controllers, I'd say it's actually not too bad. Maybe give it a shot if you can, if you can find one, that is. But yeah, there you have it. Alright guys, this is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.